Have you ever found yourself quietly wondering about what comes next? Especially as we get a little older. Perhaps after we pass that significant milestone of 75. It's a conversation most of us instinctively shy away from. Isn't it? It's often filled with unspoken anxieties and a quiet fear of the unknown. We might picture it as a time of decline, of losing control, or perhaps even of profound loneliness. And that thought can be incredibly unsettling. But what if I told you there are some truly surprising, even profoundly comforting, truths about this stage of life and what lies beyond that can completely shift your perspective? What if understanding these hidden truths could actually bring you more peace, more empowerment, and even a deeper appreciation for the life you're living right now in this heartfelt conversation? We're going to gently uncover 5 hidden truths about life after 75 that can bring you not fear, but a deep sense of calm, a powerful feeling of control, and yes, even a quiet joy. These aren't meant to frighten you. They're meant to empower you, to enlighten you, and to help you live your remaining years with purpose and peace. So, please, stay with me until the very end, because I promise, there's a revelation waiting that might just change everything for you. Let's dive right into the first hidden truth, one that often brings a significant sigh of relief for many people as they contemplate their later years and what might come next. This truth is that the physical discomfort you might dread, the kind that plays out in anxious thoughts or vivid nightmares, often isn't what happens in reality, especially for those living in countries like the UK, the US, Canada, or Australia, where palliative care is increasingly sophisticated. Think about it for a moment. Our minds, fueled by stories from long ago or even dramatic portrayals in films, tend to jump to the worst-case scenarios. Imagining prolonged suffering or agonizing pain, we might carry a deep-seated fear of being in immense discomfort, of having our final days overshadowed by physical agony. But here's the quiet comfort: modern medicine, specifically through the remarkable advancements in palliative care and hospice services, is designed precisely to prevent this. Palliative care isn't about giving up. It's about making sure that life, right up to its very last breath, is as comfortable, dignified, and meaningful as possible. It's a specialized approach focused on providing relief from the symptoms and stress of a serious illness. Whatever the diagnosis, this kind of care aims to improve the quality of life for both the patient and their family. Consider for a moment the dedicated teams of doctors, nurses, social workers, and other specialists who are specifically trained in pain management and symptom control. They have an incredible arsenal of tools at their disposal, far beyond what was available even a generation ago. They understand that pain isn't just physical. It can be emotional, social, and spiritual too. So, when we talk about discomfort, they're looking at the whole picture. Let me give you a clearer picture. Imagine someone. Let's call her Eleanor, in her late 80s. For years, she'd worried endlessly about a painful end. Perhaps like her grandmother who suffered greatly from an illness many decades ago. But as Eleanor's health began to decline, her doctor introduced her to the concept of palliative care. This wasn't about finding a cure. It was about ensuring her comfort. The team assessed her pain levels regularly, adjusting medications precisely to keep her comfortable without making her overly drowsy or disoriented. If she felt nauseous, they had remedies. If she had trouble sleeping, they had gentle solutions. They even helped her manage anxiety, which, left unchecked, can often amplify physical sensations. Eleanor found that she wasn't constantly battling pain. Instead, she was able to focus on quiet conversations with her family, listening to her favorite classical music, and simply enjoying the presence of her loved ones. The fear she'd carried for years simply dissipated because the reality of her experience was managed with such care and expertise. So, the actionable step here, and it's a profound one, is to open a conversation with your doctor about palliative care options now. long before they might be needed. Understand what it entails. Don't wait for a crisis. Ask about pain management strategies. Even if you're currently healthy, knowing that there are dedicated professionals and effective methods to manage pain can remove a huge burden of anxiety about the future. It's about being proactive, not reactive. It's about empowering yourself with knowledge. This knowledge allows you to transform that vague, terrifying fear of an agonizing end into a concrete understanding that comfort and dignity are prioritized. It helps you realize that your final journey can be one of peace, managed with the utmost care, allowing you to focus on what truly matters in your precious remaining time. The fear of pain is often far worse than the actual experience when expert care is involved, and understanding this can bring an immense sense of calm. Now, as we move beyond the physical aspects and the incredible comfort that modern care can provide, let's explore something truly profound, something that transcends the body and delves into the very essence of being. This leads us to our second hidden truth. A profound sense of peace and clarity can often emerge as you approach the very end of your life's journey. This isn't just about the absence of pain. It's about the shedding of everyday anxieties, the letting go of a lifetime's worth of small worries, societal pressures, and even the ego that often dictates so much of our earlier lives. Think about it. Throughout our lives, we're often preoccupied with accomplishments, with maintaining appearances, with financial anxieties, with what others think, or with the endless to-do lists that clutter our minds. We chase goals, worry about failures, and often find ourselves entangled in the complexities of daily living. But as the end draws near, for many, these concerns simply fall away. They lose their grip, becoming irrelevant in the face of life's ultimate transition. Imagine a calm evening. Just before sunset, the harsh light of day softens, and shadows grow long, revealing contours and details you might have missed in the glare. In a similar way, this period can bring a remarkable clarity of vision. People often report a profound focus on what truly matters: love, connection, forgiveness, and the simple beauty of existence. The trivialities that once consumed so much mental energy simply fade into the background. You might find yourself rediscovering simple joys, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of a bird singing outside your window, the gentle touch of a loved one's hand. It's a stripping away of the inessential, leaving behind only the pure, distilled essence of what life is truly about. This newfound clarity isn't just passive. It can be incredibly liberating. It often comes with a surprising sense of peace, a quiet acceptance that replaces previous struggles or regrets. Perhaps it's because there's nothing left to prove, nowhere left to rush. The future, in a conventional sense, is no longer a looming concern, and the past has settled into a gentle remembrance. This allows for a deeper presence in the now, a profound appreciation for each moment as it unfolds. Stories abound of individuals who, in their final weeks or days, share incredible insights, offer profound forgiveness, or simply radiate a calm wisdom that was perhaps overshadowed by the busyness of life before. They seem to access a deeper wellspring of understanding, looking back on their lives with a gentle smile, recognizing the patterns and the profound interconnectedness of everything. For you, right now, experiencing this shift can start with small, actionable steps. Practice mindfulness, even for a few minutes each day. Sit quietly. Observe your breath. Notice the sensations around you, without judgment. This helps train your mind to be present. Engage in reflection. What truly brings you joy? What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? Consider decluttering not just your physical space, but your mental space too. Let go of old grievances, unnecessary worries, or the need to always be right. This process of simplifying, of focusing on what is truly essential, can begin to cultivate that profound sense of peace and clarity long before the very end. It's about consciously choosing to shed the burdens that don't serve your highest self, creating space for acceptance and inner calm to blossom. This is not about giving up. It's about finding a deeper, more authentic way to live. And hand in hand with this clarity comes another incredibly empowering realization. A truth that gives you agency and control over your own story. Building on that sense of peace and the shedding of life's unnecessary burdens, we uncover our third hidden truth. One that is immensely empowering. You have a powerful voice in shaping your final chapters. This isn't just about medical decisions. It's about having agency, about designing how you want your remaining time to unfold, right up to your very last breath. Many people assume that as they get older, or if they face a serious illness, decisions about their care, their comfort, and even their environment will be taken out of their hands, either by medical professionals or well-meaning family members. This fear of losing control can be a significant source of anxiety, adding another layer to the apprehension about the end of life. But the truth is, you have more power than you might imagine to express your wishes and ensure they are respected. Consider the practical tools available to you, like advance directives or a living will. These aren't just legal documents. They are your voice, speaking for you when you might no longer be able to speak for yourself. They allow you to clearly state your preferences regarding medical treatments, resuscitation efforts, and even things like whether you want to be at home, in a hospital, or in a hospice facility. Beyond the medical, you can also appoint a health proxy or a power of attorney for healthcare, someone you trust implicitly to make decisions in line with your values and wishes. This person becomes your advocate, ensuring your voice is heard and your desires are honored, even in the most challenging circumstances. Think of the peace of mind this brings, not just for you, but for your loved ones too. They won't be left guessing, agonizing over difficult choices, wondering what you would have wanted. You are giving them the immense gift of clarity and certainty. Let me share a common scenario that illustrates the power of this truth. Imagine a family struggling with a loved one's declining health. Without clear instructions, they might disagree about what treatments to pursue, causing stress, conflict, and guilt. One sibling might want to try every possible intervention, while another might believe their parent would have preferred comfort over prolongation of life at all costs. This is a painful situation that can fracture families during an already difficult time. Now, picture the same scenario, but this time, the parent had taken the time to complete an advance directive, discussing their wishes openly with their children. They stated clearly that they wanted comfort care, no aggressive interventions, and preferred to spend their final days at home, surrounded by their favorite music and family photos. In this instance, the family knows exactly what to do. There's no guesswork, no agonizing debates. They can focus their energy on being present, sharing love, and honoring their parents' wishes, creating a truly peaceful and dignified transition. The actionable step here is clear and urgent. Have these conversations. Don't wait. Talk openly with your family, your trusted friends, and your doctor about your values and preferences for end-of-life care. This isn't a morbid conversation. It's an act of love and responsible planning. Seek out legal advice to properly document your wishes through an advance directive or living will. Understand the options available in your specific location, whether it's the NHS system in the UK, Medicare and private insurance in the US, or the public healthcare systems in Canada and Australia. The principles of expressing your wishes remain vital. By taking these steps, you are not only taking control of your own journey but also providing an invaluable gift of peace and clarity to those you love most. This is your life, and you have every right to shape its final chapters exactly as you wish. And building on that sense of control over your journey, we uncover a truth that redefines what truly matters, especially as we reflect on a lifetime of experiences. Finally, let's explore perhaps the most liberating truth of all, one that beautifully wraps all the others together and profoundly shifts our perspective on how to live our lives, especially after 75. This is the understanding that preparing for the end doesn't hasten it. Instead, it often deepens your appreciation for life now, allowing you to live more fully, authentically, and joyfully in the present moment. This might sound counterintuitive, as our society often shies away from even mentioning death, as if speaking its name might summon it sooner. But the opposite is often true. When we acknowledge the natural cycle of life, when we take proactive steps to address the future with intention and care, we effectively remove a heavy weight of unspoken fear and anxiety, that mental burden, the what-if scenarios, the worries about leaving things undone or unsaid, can be incredibly draining, even if they remain simmering beneath the surface of our daily thoughts. Imagine for a moment someone who has been carrying a secret worry about their affairs not being in order, or about leaving a mess for their children to sort out. This worry, even if subconscious, can cast a subtle shadow over their days. They might hesitate to truly relax, to fully immerse themselves in a moment of joy, because a part of their mind is always nudging them about that unfinished business. Now, picture this person deciding to tackle those worries head-on. They talk to their family about their wishes. They organize their important documents. They even make their funeral arrangements, perhaps choosing the music or the readings they'd like. What happens after this? A profound sense of relief washes over them. The shadow lifts. They feel a lightness, a freedom they haven't experienced in years. This isn't because they've somehow sped up the clock. It's because they've taken control of their anxieties. They've removed the what-ifs, allowing them to be fully present in their lives, to enjoy the laughter, the quiet moments, the beauty of each day without that lingering stress. This proactive approach isn't just about practical matters. It's deeply psychological and emotional. When you have the peace of mind that your affairs are in order, that your loved ones understand your wishes, and that you've expressed what needed to be said, you are then truly free to live with intention. You can focus your energy on what truly matters to you today, spending quality time with family and friends, pursuing hobbies that bring you joy, savoring a delicious meal, enjoying a walk in nature, or simply sitting in quiet contemplation. The fear of the unknown often paralyzes us, preventing us from truly embracing the present. By making the unknown a little more known, by planning for it with wisdom and foresight, you reclaim your power and open yourself up to a richer, more meaningful experience of life right now. It's about building a solid foundation of readiness, not out of morbid anticipation, but out of a deep desire to live well and leave well. So, we've walked through these incredible hidden truths, haven't we? From understanding that physical comfort is prioritized with remarkable care in our modern world, to discovering that a surprising clarity and peace can emerge as life winds down, we've recognized your powerful voice in shaping your own final journey, seen how true wealth lies not in possessions, but in connection and love. And finally, realize that proactively preparing for the inevitable actually sets you free to live more fully, more vibrantly, in the here and now. Each of these truths, when understood and embraced, offers not a reason for fear, but a profound opportunity for empowerment and peace. Remember, navigating this stage of life isn't about fear. It's about understanding, about agency, and ultimately, about living your richest life right up to the very last moment. Small steps of awareness and preparation can pave the way for immense peace and a sense of completion. Not just for you, but for your loved ones too. This journey is a natural part of life, and approaching it with understanding can transform it from something daunting into something deeply meaningful and even beautiful. I truly hope this conversation has brought you some comfort, some clarity, and perhaps a fresh perspective. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these truths. What resonated most with you today? What questions do you still have? Please share your experiences and insights in the comments below. Your wisdom and stories can truly help others in our wonderful community. If this video has offered you some peace or a new way of looking at this important topic, please give it a thumbs up. It helps more seniors find this important and often overlooked message. And if you haven't already, do consider subscribing to our channel. We're here to share more empowering conversations and practical advice to help you live your very best life at every age, with joy, purpose, and peace of mind. You are not alone on this journey. Embrace every moment, live authentically, and know that understanding these truths is a profound gift. Live your best life, full of peace and purpose, right up to the very end.